What's up, everybody? I'm Aaron Rian with the Rian Real Estate team at eXp Realty, and I help thousands of agents make millions of dollars in commissions in the real estate business. And today we're going to talk about what to expect in your first 30 days as a real estate agent. You're going to become a real estate agent. This video is going to talk to you about what you can expect as you're getting started, what your days can look like, and some things just to watch out for as you're getting your career started. So, first thing that I'll tell you that you should be expecting if you're going to get in the real estate business, especially in your first 30 days, is you're going to work long hours. If you're doing it right, you're going to work long hours, because especially as you're getting started, one of the only value propositions that you can have for a potential customer is that you're going to be available and you're going to work hard for them. So that's going to mean that you're going to put in a lot of hours with that client. Typically, as new real estate agents get started in the real estate business, they typically start to work with buyers, and buyers typically want to show houses or see houses in the evenings and in the weekends. So that is one thing to keep in mind. You're going to want to definitely keep a flexible schedule and expect to work the long hours, especially in your first year, but your first 30 days is going to be a grind, especially if you're doing it right. The second thing that I'm going to tell you that you should be expecting to do really heavily during your first 30 days in real estate is you're going to want to make sure that you are a marketing machine. You are going to want to let everybody that you know and everybody that you don't know that you sell real estate. You want everybody to think of you when they're getting ready to make that next real estate transaction, whether that's buying a house, selling a house, whatever the case might be. You want to be the person that they think about when they're getting ready to sell real estate. So what are some things that you can do, especially in your first 30 days, to market yourself and let people know that you're in the real estate business? So the first thing that you can do is you can start by emailing your entire sphere of influence, letting them know that you're now in the real estate business. Follow that up with a telephone call. All of that is marketing, because you're letting people know what it is that you do. Get a shirt that has your company's name on it. And specifically, if it says real estate or real estate team, make sure you wear that everywhere that you go. You want to let people know what you do. And by branding yourself in real estate, it's a great way to let the general public know what you do. If you are in a market where, homes are selling fast, or there's a lot of listings in your area, hold weekend open houses. That is another way to be able to get in front of buyers right away and let them know what you do. It's another form of marketing. So if I was getting started as a new agent and in my first 30 days, I would definitely make sure that I'm holding open houses. Now you might be asking yourself or saying, hey, I don't have any listings. What houses am I going to hold open? Go to the top agents in your office and say, hey, I want to get started. I really want to hold your open houses for you. Can you give me a list of what properties you have? Then you're going to get that list and pick out the ones that are in high traffic areas at price points that move in your specific market. So you want to make sure that you're very strategic when it comes to open houses, because you want to get in front of as many buyers as humanly possible to be able to continue marketing yourself. And during that open house, also a great idea, wear your real estate shirt so everybody knows that you're the realtor to come and talk to at that open house. The next thing that I would tell you in your first 30 days to be successful, you want to set some goals. I'll give you an example of what some of my goals were when I got started in the real estate business. I wanted to hold 4 open houses a weekend, which I did. I would hold my open houses typically from 11 to 1 and then 1:30 to 3:30. And I would do those Saturdays and Sundays. My goal wasn't to necessarily sell those homes. My goal was to pick up one buyer from each open house, because I knew that if I could start working with 4 buyers a weekend and start showing them properties during the week and then continue to market myself on the weekends, that would give me enough deals to where I would be a top agent. By the time I got out of my first year in real estate, I was the number 2 agent in the office that I was in, which was a Century 21 office, so it was a big one. I was the number 2 highest producing agent in that office. I had set a goal. I wanted to be in the top 3 I did that. I wanted to pick up a client a weekend from each open house. I did that. So you want to make sure that you set some realistic goals that you can achieve. But the most important part when you're setting your goals, especially in your first 30 days, is that you want to stick to them and you want to be consistent with them. So make sure that you consistently and persistently stick to whatever it is that your goals say that you should be doing. Set those, remind yourself of them daily. Every morning that you wake up, get reminded of your goals. The next thing that I will tell you that is critical is go into the office, get yourself in work mode, put on a shirt that has a collar, make sure you get your dress clothes on, you get to the office. There's a much different feel going into the office than staying at home. If you can get to the office and you can interact with other agents, other brokers, people in your office, or if you're at a company that does that remotely and virtually, make sure you plug into that. Another alternative to going into the office is call your manager every day, call your mentor every day. Make sure that you get those interactions so that you kind of get yourself in work mode every day. And if you're working from the house, get out of the house. Get out of the house by 8 o'clock in the morning and get moving on with your day. It's one of the best habits that you can be in. Remember, you want to be in a productive environment. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you got to go directly to the office. It can be get in your car, get to a Starbucks, plug in your computer, start dialing into sales calls, training calls, so your mentor, your sales manager, and start figuring out how you can be productive for the day. Get tips, get advice, get training, get anything you can, especially during that initial 30 days. The next thing that I will tell you is you want to get a support system. So when you join a team or you join a company, especially like ours, you're going to have dedicated mentors who are there to help you through your first 30 days. In fact, through your first 6 months, because it doesn't end at 30 days. You want to have that support system that's going to help structure your day to make you successful. So make sure that you get hooked up with a really, really good support system, not just professionally, but also at home. You want to make sure that your spouse is supporting you. You want to make sure that anybody that you're working with supports you. And that goes for home and professionally. So mentors, sales managers, your spouses, that can be one of the best sources for a support system, especially if you're starting your new career and getting through your initial 30 days. The next thing that I would tell you is build a network. So you want to be the go-to person for real estate. So make sure that you have a home inspector. Make sure that you trust that inspector, you've gotten references, and you know that they do a good job, so that when your buyers come to you or your clients come to you, you have that resource. And also, home inspectors are in people's homes. They meet people who may want to sell their home. You want to be the person they think about when they're in those houses. The next thing is get a lender that you can have a reciprocal relationship with, where they refer you business and you refer them business. Remember, those relationships and those networks have to be a two-way street. So you want to make sure that when you're referring a lender business, they're returning the favor and giving you business back. So setting up a strong network of people that really can help you. Other things that I've found as far as networking, divorce lawyers are great. Family estate attorneys are great. You want to make sure that you tie in with those people because they are good sources for people who are getting ready to go through life change or future life planning. And you want to make sure that you tap into those. CPAs can be another one where you're building a really strong network and people who can refer you clients down the road. They may not refer them to you in the first 30 days, but remember, you don't need just clients in your first 30 days. You're going to need them over the long term of your career. And then finally, I would tell you to become a local expert. Pick an area where you really want to focus and know everything about that area. Know the local parks, know the local geography, know the local price points, know the inventory, know the school system. You want to know everything that you can about that specific area so that you become the local expert and you can talk to potential buyers about what that area has to offer and be able to really talk intelligently to anybody who's considering that area. You can know what the schools look like, you can know what the geography looks like, the average price point looks like, how many homes are on the market, what the average price point of those homes are, what the average home sits on the market for. You want to become an expert in your market to where people like and trust you and want to do business with you as a real estate agent. So those are the things that you can look forward to in your first 30 days as a real estate agent. If you found this information and the content that we've provided to you today to be helpful, you liked it, give us a thumbs up. If you like our content, you want us to continue making more, hit that subscribe button down below. It'll notify you anytime we put out anything new. And if you have any questions, you have any comments, make sure to leave them down below. We make sure to answer all of that stuff, and we're happy to answer your questions. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.